welcome back to another coverage bit of Vampire The Masquerade Swansong. Since at the time of this video, we are only a few hours out, some reviews have started coming out, and we also just got our last dev video released before the game release later tonight / tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna check this out, see what's going on with the World of Darkness when it comes to Swansong. So let's go ahead, let's jump into this. And let's see, what is happening with the dev video. Let's see if we're going to get any lap pit insight here.
When we started working on Swansong, it was when the 5th edition was released.
So yeah, about 4
years
years then, roughly.
Learning experience because we
Give or
were
take.
among the first to see it. And so for those who had already played the tabletop RPG, it was a chance to show how the 5th edition had evolved the World of Darkness. When adapting the World of Darkness into a video game, what we tried to respect was the realistic aspect of the world. As it's something underground, it is embedded in our own reality, and we really wanted to give that feeling of
Which one of the thing make it so interesting.
To base the game in reality, there was a huge amount of research in terms of history to get a feel for the city we chose and the events that happened there at the human, social, political, and cultural level. Regarding the impact of the 5th edition, one of the big changes was the departure of the Elders. In Swansong, players will play as vampires who are right in the middle of the Camarilla and its dealings. The starting premise means that you are not a neonate, and you can talk informally to people, council members, and the prince. And I think that is something very new compared to older versions of the World of Darkness.
Yeah, not so tilted.
Our sources of inspiration mainly came from adventure games and tabletop RPGs. We put more focus on social interactions and environmental interactions to create our quests and levels. The universe of Vampire the Masquerade is very detailed and already has strict rules established and unique characteristics. We wanted to respect these characteristics, and that's ultimately what people expect from a Vampire the Masquerade RPG when building our gameplay and levels. Our goal was to create very open levels with a wide variety of approaches. For example, you can even decide not to do a quest and just go back the way you came and miss out on some of the gameplay if that's what you want. In Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, you play as the most powerful vampires in the city. The vampires are in a very challenging situation in Boston when the game starts. The prince has summoned your character and other powerful vampires in the city to deal with the situation, and you play characters who are already well known, who already have a backstory.
As there are so many World of Darkness fans in the team, it was difficult to make decisions because we weren't able to show everything. So what we decided to show was what was common to everything we loved.
So yeah, I would safe to say coming out of this, probably the biggest thing is, of course, the vilifying, it is 5th edition, or I get not really vilifying, but at least a point of view on 5th edition, especially being there so early on, which will be interesting to see how much they actually fully adapt from that, as well as, other edition, or there's going to be specifically only 5th edition version. And the whole idea of the levels as well being a little more open-ended, which we kind of got that across through the actual dev stream they did not too long ago. Link above if you want to check out my breakdown of that. But it honestly seeming like we are leaning way more into player choice, which I am all for. Also, it's interesting to see since the levels are going to be a little bit bigger and what you can miss out on. I feel like that probably will most of the replay value going to come into play here of, finding certain item, clue, quests, whatever it might be, and, see what it actually go or how it affect. The question going to be, like, how much of that stuff is actually going to matter at the end of the day, beyond just being a distraction or, a way to pad out the game. But nonetheless, I am super curious to see how much of that stuff actually going to come into play, and then any more so, once again, from that flat dev stream, of how exactly with your powers and the restrictions on your character as well when it comes to like the stat side and having to need certain stat to do certain thing, or also the blood stuff of balancing your special ability as far like when it comes to investigation or discussion or whatever it might be. So I'm kind of curious to see like how all that gonna play in, to see if the level with them being a little bit more on the bigger side, how much is there going to actually be that actually going to matter for future playthroughs. So we will see here. So yeah, I would say probably the biggest thing to come out of this is, of course, the 5th edition stuff, or more detail on that. And also leaning a little more into the level, and also I get giving us a little bit more of a hint of course, our main characters not being, you know, new vampire by any means like it was in Bloodline 1 or anything. So it's gonna be interesting to see how far with the character development, how far they actually gonna go with that when it gonna come to the characters, and if the backstory actually gonna play into anything, or is it just set dressing at the end of the day. But nonetheless, we will go ahead and find out tomorrow when this does release. Of course, as you can see here, releasing, of course, on PlayStation, Xbox's, Epic as well. So sadly, not on Steam at the moment. So yeah, if you're interested in checking this out, if you want to pick it up, I will have links in the description where you can pick up your hands on some copies of it and also support the channel. And also, I will be, of course, streaming this as soon as humanly possible. Might it be through Black Minute Review Code, or by picking it up tomorrow right here on YouTube, as well as twitch.tv/TroyMaconn. So be sure to come over there. Make sure you do thumbs up here and subscribe here, and of course follow over there on Twitch. And yeah, we will see what comes of this. I am over the moon excited about that, especially as some reviews have started coming out. So either way, I'm out and about. Have yourself a good one, my dudes, and I will go ahead and see you all in the comments.